Hey guys, we're back from the break, which we honestly thought would be shorter. But, before I get back to the review, I had the honor of meeting someone else who only spoke English, but they didn't seem to trust me because my face looked like I'm a killer. Um, Honestly, with the way I'm looking right now, I could be threatening people's lives without knowing that I am. It's just that if you see a character like me who's black in this environment, the moment you see me, you would be afraid of me. And it didn't make sense that I would like attack this woman at a KFC whilst there are people around. But for some reason, she seems to be quite scared of me. And it's not in the, oh my gosh, the BDSM kind of cool way. No, it's the one where, oh my god, if I don't move, if I don't run, he's going to eat me alive. Not in the sexual way. No, no. It's just, it's, it's really, it hurts my feelings, okay? Well, yes, I don't look like Prince Charming. Neither do I have the blue eyes, okay? I got black eyes and brown skin. And I'm pretty sure that my voice doesn't exactly sound like that of angels, alright? But I'm a good guy, technically. I mean, I wouldn't bring harm to anyone I know, so I'm pretty sure I am benign. But she looked at me like I was a monster, and that I was going to kill her in front of everyone else, which made absolutely no sense because I'm literally in the field of other people. I think my approach was very sharp and rough, so I'm gonna blame myself for this. I probably startled her when I tried to get to know her. I don't know. I mean, I feel like I don't need to do the whole stalk from a distance kind of thing. I don't know. I think it's overrated and it's unnecessary. If you want to go approach someone, you approach someone. If you want them to come hither, they come hither. You don't just like look at them and hope that they would be, in tune with whatever that's in your mind. They're not telepathic. They are, in fact, humans. Simple humans. And the fact that she was giving me these vibes that I'm like threatening her life made me feel really bad. But it's cool. It's cool. I guess that's what happens when you're a little bit extroverted. I don't know. Today just felt like a day that I needed to make more friends. And the first one on my list shot me down like a freaking dark on hunting season. I don't know if that's the thing, but I said it anyways. Let's just get back to our review. So, episode 2, we've talked about how Murphy is constantly trying to get the approval of his superiors and trying to connect with the team. Now, obviously, everyone in the team is not really on board. I think everyone had a rough moment with Eddie. I mean, would you just say Eddie is an Eddie Murphy? I don't know. The first Murphy I know is Eddie Murphy. It's not my fault. He's constantly in my head when I say Murphy. Yeah, but anyways, Murphy's character is not exactly accepted by everyone at the same time. When we meet Claire, Claire first she ignores him and almost threatens to kick him out of the hospital. And it was not until she realized that, oh my gosh, that guy's a doctor and he's quite smart and he's not just a freak. That's when she decides to be nice to him. So it's genuinely a moment where you realize, okay, she could be an ass to him if he didn't have any worth or a PhD in his hand, which doesn't seem right. She would just think of him as a weirdo or creep, right? Yeah. And it seems to me like that's everyone's first picture of what Murphy is. Like the way he acts, how he responds to things. And one of his main takes is that he doesn't really respond to questions that well. So we have a person who is constantly in a field where communication is key, but he doesn't answer questions right off the bat because he doesn't like answering questions. So you've got this guy like in a corner, and everyone is just constantly expecting, like quick and speedy results from him. But he works at his own pace. His pace is fast, so if you try to push him, it's not gonna come out the way you want it. That's at least that's what I'm getting from him. But episode 2 is really great. You guys should really go and check it out. Uh, there's not much to say really, because quite honestly, I was so interested about the entire thing that I couldn't stop at episode 2. I'm currently in episode 10, okay? But I did make you guys the promise that I was gonna pick it apart piece by piece so that you guys can completely inhale the full essence that is the beauty of what they call it again? Something, something, something. The Good Doctor. Yeah, so it really is it really is a sight to behold, because the more we delve into the character that he is, we find out that his life is expanding and there are more people adding up to it. More people that are actually helping him grow as a person. And I do hope for a fact that as we're going on to explain his character, we're also taking and appreciating the ones that live around him. And I don't want to spoil that for episode 3 or anything. I can, however, go back to episode 1, because Episode 1 had a lot of revelations. You remember the part where I was saying that, Claire wasn't exactly, welcoming to Murphy at the beginning because she thought he was a creep and not a doctor? Murphy said the exact same thing. He said, "Why were you so rude to me in the first place? And when you found out I was a doctor, you switched up. What's up with that, girl? Like, do you not feel my unspoken riz?" Yeah, but technically it was a question, and I feel as if I was going to be asking that question, I'd be asking it with teary-eyed or with tear-jerked voice. Like, I was so nice to you. Why did you treat me this way? Ah! Okay, maybe I'm not going to react that way, but like, you know what I'm talking about. If someone is rude to you in the first place, just because you were trying to do the right thing, it wouldn't make sense for you to create a contact with that person again or even talk to them again. But because of his condition, which in a way makes him detached from how emotions are supposed to feel for you, it gave him the opportunity to actually ask this question, which on a normal day or on a normal basis, no one is going to ask you, "Hey man, why are you being such an asshole?" Like, no. People don't usually do that. People don't usually go around, questioning why others do what they do. Some people have been in relationships for as long as I've been on this earth. And in one day, they can ruin that trust and go and sleep with someone out there. Now, it's not genuine, it's not proper, but even in situations like that, they can choose to not even talk about it. They can just end it there and then and not sit down and have a heart-to-heart, which makes it really scary as to what exactly are your limitations as a person. So many, and I mean so many relationships have been ruined because communication is one of the things that we don't want to do. And I will feel as if you're an autistic person, there is a high chance that you can have a genuine relationship because you can always be honest and not feel the need to hide anything. It's like everything that's on your mind, you fucking say it. And when you fucking say it, that your partner is either gonna receive it, reject it, or try and understand it, you know? And if they are in a constant situation where they cannot accept what you have, well, it's better that they stop the relationship and leave you alone, you know, because that'll make sense to them. Uh, but at least in that situation, no one can feel like deception is going to make the relationship stronger. I see, I see that in relationships, people want to have more. They want to have everything. They like the attention. They want to have three or more girls in their lives, and so when they see you approaching them, you flirting with them, they're not gonna kick you to the curb and say, "Go, be gone, demon! I have got myself a bitch, and I will no longer indulge in this lie." No, no, that's not how they work. When they find out that you're into them, they try and hide it. You know, they try and keep you on the side or make sure you think you're the main, or they just try as much as possible to work the whole situation, you know. Try and make sure that they maintain control whilst you lose yourself trying to chase after them, which I have to say is pretty diabolical. And relationships are not supposed to be that way. I think watching The Good Doctor has made me realize that probably honesty is not the best policy. It's not the best policy if you want a longer relationship. But I gotta tell you, even longer relationships still have their limits. And once that limit reaches, everything is gonna fall apart. And there's nothing that you can do about it that will work. You know? Um, I don't necessarily have that. I don't believe that I'm honest to a fault. I would honestly keep the most painful pieces of my life to myself because I feel like it's never going to solve any of my problems. And I don't think anyone will come to my rescue just because I explained it to them or I showed them what was going wrong with my life. Because, like it or not, that has happened before. The lie has been said before, where they said they would be there and they ended up not showing. Guess who has to pick up the pieces by himself? Of course, me. Now, you can't go around blaming other people because no one came out to your aid. No, you just go on and you keep on. But, you know, sometimes past events or recent events can really trigger that emotion for you. That you are all alone and you're the only one that can pick up the pieces for yourself. So you might as well get yourself used to the whole idea of being your own knight in shining armor. And that just makes enough sense for me, at least for me to get by and go on. You know, it's pretty much basic enough for me to be like, oh, okay, I can handle that. I can handle that. It's no biggie. I mean, like, I'm the one who caused it, right? I decided to take it a chance on you. It's no one else's fault except mine. I'm the one to blame. I gave you a chance and you fucked me over. Amazing. So, yeah, I really do appreciate it sometimes when there's a lot of honesty going around. Like, I don't have to hide or pretend that I want to be in your company because I'm pretty much tired of it. You know, I'm pretty much tired. I can't keep going on and thinking to myself that things will be better because they won't. And the person that you are is always going to be the person that you are. Maybe even if you decide to change, I will always think of you as the person who you used to be. And even though, oh, you may have like 100% fully changed, I might remind you and bring you back to the place that you started. So I think for the best, maybe you should move on from the person that is with you. You know, like, cut ties, leave them. You're better off. That's at least what I'm thinking. But yeah, that's just my opinion. And that's the piss of episode 1 and episode 2. And I hope to check back in with you guys later. Until then, Young signing out. Thanks for listening.